Good evening. The reason you can't see me is I forgot to turn my camera on. I will have it on here momentarily as soon as the simulator, as soon as the game loads up. I can shrink it down real quick, start my camera, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. I am your host, Dan. I don't always remember what I'm doing when I'm doing it. The Tig Kasinger. That's just the norm for me. The longer you watch me, the longer you will realize I make a lot of mistakes. I recover from them quickly, like that. And we are ready to rock and roll. We are going coast to coast. We are right now. When we left off last night. Ooh, another reason why you can't see me. I forgot to turn on the light. There we go. As we start every hour, or I try to remind you, if you're new to the group, new to my channels on either YouTube or Twitch. On Twitch, please hit the follow button, light that bar up, 200 by June 2020, or 900 for YouTube by 2020. Light those bars up. Let's get them rocking and rolling. And also, if you'd like to buy me a beer, the links are down there. Any way you'd like to support the TIG in any way, shape, or fashion, that information is also below. Where also to find me around the internet, including Steam, which I just added, and my World of Truck profile I also added below. So all that's there. We left off at Minneapolis last night. The reason why I didn't stream last night, I was in a lot of back pain. Plain and simple. I just had a lot of back pain. No big deal. Just life. But let's see where we can get to from Minneapolis. We can get to Orlando, Florida, Grand Canyon, Arizona, Minneapolis, Andrew, Texas. Oh, that's one of the new ones. Oh, it's Colorado. Grand Rapids, South Dakota, Maine, Walcott, Iowa. Well, let's take the little short to Walcott, Iowa. They have two of them. One of these is actually, that one I would actually call Davenport. But since they're calling it Walcott, Iowa, we will call it Walcott, Iowa. We will drive by where I live, pretty much. So there we go. We'll probably stop if I can figure out where it is and say, hey, this is 20 miles north of here. Take a right and you find the Tig's house.
The more contact I have with humans, the more I learn. So let's get started. Drive.
I've been sim racing all day, so I keep forgetting that I don't use the paddles for this. It's a 5-minute drive to go get our stuff. We're going to Walcott, Iowa.
Turn right.
We're going to Iowa. Well, I knew I was going to try to get there today. That's why I kind of drove here on Thursday night, hoping that one of the runs would take me down there. And I happened to be in luck that one of the runs actually does take me down there.
Ahead, turn right.
I'm gonna make sure we get gas
Turn
before
right.
we leave too. Oh, this is different.
You've arrived. Hasta la vista, baby.
Ouch. I know what I'm doing. I was trying to do something different. Trying to be stupid. Oh, well, I'm not gonna sit here and goof around with it.
The more contact I have with humans, the more I learn. So let's get started. Drive. Ahead, turn right.
Turn right. I insist.
Turn right.
I have no idea who that is. Why can't everybody keep the same name on their Steam account? That way I know who the hell I'm going playing what game. We're going to drive through Minneapolis here for a little bit. See if we can find some gas along the way. Diesel. I'm sorry. Diesel. It's too bad the Metrodome's still not up. We'd probably be driving by that. I was actually there once. That's where I saw Paul McCartney. It was at the Metrodome in Minneapolis.
Ahead, turn right.
It was 1993.
Turn right.
I can't believe how long ago that was. My ex-wife was pregnant with our second child at the time. One year, 25 years ago. 6 years ago, something like that. I don't even... Kansas City, here I come. They got some crazy women and I'm gonna get me some. Ah, but you know,
Continue straight.
yeah, see, he's not developed. That's cool though. I'm definitely going to try to get a picture of the Welcome to Iowa sign. get stopped in the rain. What time is it in game? It's still relatively... Oh, it hasn't stopped raining. It's just switching. Keep an eye on the road, Dan. Gotta get used to this light in my face again. I don't run this light in my face when I'm not streaming. That's the thing, guys. You see me squinting, it's half the issue, is because the stupid light in my face. I think the last time I went to Minneapolis, it was still 55 miles. The national speed limit was still 55 miles an hour. It may have been just moved up to 65. I don't remember. 1995 or 96 was the last time I went there. Took our kids up to the zoo. My ex-wife and I. What's with all the lights there? That would be, if we're close to the border, that would be Austin, Minnesota. I don't know what would be over there, to be honest with you. Oh, it's 70 and I got it at 60. No, it's now it stopped raining. Is that St. Paul? It must have been St. Paul.
Continue straight.
St. Paul. We got a ways normally about a 2-hour drive from Minneapolis to the Iowa border. 2.5 hours. I'd say Mason City. I wish we could rewind. I got the Welcome to Iowa sign. Iowa, well, I don't think it's that close. They might have the distances a little different there. Oh yeah, good thing too. It's like I forgot to stop for fuel. Here's fuel. Now this should be a Casey's. Or a Flying J. A Quick Star. A Come and Go. But it's not, it's a Chevron. What it should be and what it is two entirely different things. I'm just happy to be being able to do drive down here. I know they'll eventually get it all fixed up and ready to rock and roll. Oh, I had 58 gallons of gas still in there. Now, what I would love to see them do is the White Pole Road, which is just north of I-80, and it runs through some of the neatest little towns in Iowa. They have the old-fashioned travel lodge motel in one of the towns where they have a garage. You get a hotel, basically a house with a garage attached. One of those old travel lodges. The shootout with Bonnie and Clyde happened just north of the North Pole Road. They robbed a bank on one of the towns on the North Pole Road, on the White Pole Road. So yeah, there's come to Iowa. Actually, the western end of the White Pole Road is Adair, and that is where Jesse James performed the first train robbery west of the Mississippi, and that was right here in Iowa. A lot of people don't know that. And it's actually a lot of history here in Iowa people just don't know happened. There's no Civil War battles here or nothing, but you know, nothing like that. But this was a northern state. The Mason-Dixon line is actually the Iowa-Missouri border. Why are we slowing down? Iowa's a lot flatter than this. Well, they'll figure it out. Iowa State troopers either have tan cars, black cars, or yeah, tan cars or black cars. So we should have been through Mason City by now. Yeah, Mason City. Looks like I got a new follower while I was offline again. Thank you for following. I can't even attempt to pronounce that. I hate butchering people's names. Even if it's an online moniker name, I hate butchering them. LA Gerardo 48282. Thank you for following. There, I went and butchered your name. I'm sorry. I have a cousin actually lives in Austin, Minnesota. I've been seeing since I was a child. Well, that must be Des Moines. Even though Ames is north of Des Moines. We didn't see that. And actually we should only be doing 65 miles an hour.
And then exit right, I insist. Exit right, I insist.
I don't have my Jake brake on, but I'm in town anyway.
Turn left.
See if they got the Capitol building right. It's a big copper dome. This is where the Des Moines Grand Prix was held, in this general area too. That should be at Casey's or Come and Go. Or what they're lovingly called here in Iowa, a sperm and split or ejaculate and evacuate.
Turn left.
No, that's a grain silo. That's not even the Capitol building.
Keep right. And then turn right. Turn right.
You actually do go by the Capitol building on I-80. That should actually be Northland Oil. They'll get it figured out. If they pay me, I'd go drive around taking pictures for them. Actually, just do Google. You just do Google now. The street view thing. In actuality, you can get on 80 from 35.
Ahead, turn left.
You don't actually have to drive through town to get to 80.
Turn left.
There's actually a beltway that goes around Iowa, or around Des Moines, that connects the two. And I'm sure everybody finds inaccuracies in their own town, in their own home state. been a while since I've been on I-80 in this general area, but I don't remember anything like this. There's not going to be an exit for Newton, is there? So somewhere north of here, in this general vicinity, there's a couple of exits through here. One of them is for Newton and the Speedway, which you should be able to see from the highway. Hey! Wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I read that. I read all that over Stenod. We're in Iowa. We're actually north of where I'm driving right now is where I live. In actuality, none of this looks like this. At least as far as I remember. There's no green beltway in the middle of I-80. There's like maybe concrete and a couple of knee knockers, but that's about it. Cool. I read all of that on Stenod. Just because I don't reply to something does not mean I didn't read it. I don't reply to a lot over Stenod anymore. In actuality, we should only be doing 65 miles an hour. Or maybe it is 70 on 80, I'm not sure. I haven't been on 80 in a long time. I avoid it as much as possible. Yeah. Oh yeah. That would be a 6-hour race. With cautions. But the important thing is you finished it. Beautiful sunrise over Iowa here. I need to take a picture of this. Get back in my truck cab in the lane here. Beautiful sunrise over Iowa. Let's see if the world's largest truck stop is in here. And they got the sign right. Yeah, like I said, you finished. That's the important thing. It's not whether you win or lose, it's if you finish. Especially in a 6-hour race and you're not used to doing it. And it's a lot flatter than this through here. Well, looks like they may have it in here. I'm gonna go look, see how they've got it done. I know I'm on a delivery run, but
Keep right.
nope,
Exit right.
that's not
I
Walcott,
insist.
that's Davenport.
Exit right. I insist.
Right.
Turn right.
I'm going to see what they got this called up here. Yeah, they got the sign kind of wrong, but it's not a fashion outlet. But I'm going to take a photo up right here. It's close. I mean, you can't expect perfection, but at least it's in here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Make a U-turn. This is a mission priority.
Yeah, that sign says pilot, though. There is a pilot station there, but it's actually across the street. Let's see what the photo op gives us now. At least we're here. And the restaurant is in the back. The Trucker Museum is back. Oh, stop it. This isn't near as big as it actually is. The restaurant is actually back here. Great place to eat if you're ever on I-80 in eastern Iowa.
Ahead. Turn left. Turn left.
And like I said, it's across the street. Hey, what's up, buddy? I'm in Iowa. That's what's up. I wanted to take a trip to Iowa. And I took a trip to Iowa. They're calling the coast to coast is nice, but it's not accurate.
Continue straight.
They're calling Walcott and Davenport all one town, and it's not. Walcott's just a little bump in the road. The only thing that's there is the truck stop, and it's not actually in Walcott, it's outside of town.
Ahead. Turn left.
It's
Turn
cool to
left.
be here. It is very, very cool to be here. Come on, light turn. There's nothing on the highway. Just move along. Actually, there's a lot here. I don't know how long you've been here, but the actual first train robbery west of the Mississippi took place in Iowa, in Adair, performed by Jesse James. So there's actually a lot here. I didn't think there was nothing here till I actually moved here myself. But there is actually a ton of stuff here.
Continue straight.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. 25 miles an hour? I can walk faster than that. Reduce speed ahead. How much slower do you want me to go? Oh, 25. I spent 6 hours here the other night and only made it to Minnesota. Went from California to Texas, up to Kansas, over to Oregon, then over to Minneapolis. Oh, wow.
You've arrived. Hasta la vista, baby.
Really? Hasta ballista. I need to change that voice. I'm getting tired of him. I listened to him half the other night. Let's just change that voice real quick. I forgot to turn the CB radio on again. Let's put her back up. She's kind of cool. Radio. Always forgetting to turn the CB radio on. Alright, the flag just moved. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Alright, I don't see where it's at. Now here we go. That's the... Not gonna be doing too many more of these coast to coast ones. Interesting. Is that a road? Oh, there's where they want the truck. Well, at least I can see where they want the truck. It certainly is helping seeing it from over here. Now I see it. Why didn't I see that before? Beats the hell out of me. That wasn't far enough. Ah, crap. Alrighty. 342 miles driven. Let's see what kind of offers we got. Current offers from here to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Now, let's go to World Map, Cargo Market, Walcott. Should we truck clear across the country? What's that one little town? Aquac? I don't want to go to Florida. Wait a minute, that might be one of the towns I don't have. One of the new... No. They've added some new towns. The expansion did. I may actually be taking this out. Walcott to Walcott. It's Davenport, you moron. I'm sorry. I'm mean. Let's just drive through all of that. It's South Dakota, Wyoming, because I don't think I've been through Wyoming yet. I haven't been through Utah yet either, or Colorado, but I've been in Montana and Idaho. So let's just take that one, and let's take a nice long leisurely drive across the country.
Calculating route. Please proceed to highlighted route.
Take a nice long leisurely drive across the country. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, you. I'm. Oh my. Seriously, there's sometimes I wonder about myself. There are times I wonder about my. No, I've been to Iowa's the furthest west I've been, or east I've been. I'm headed back to this area again, but I've been Arizona. Well, of course, the ones that come with it. I've been in Colorado, and I've been in Wyoming. I haven't been in Nebraska, but South Dakota. That's all I've been. I did all that in one night. That was that 6-hour marathon I did the other night. I started out in Fresno, drove to over here in New Mexico, then I drove into Texas just to see what it would do. Then I drove to Oklahoma and up to Kansas, and then drove back over here and then to Ontario. Then I drove from Ontario to Minneapolis. I got tired. So that was after 6 hours of driving. It's cool having that having the whole 48, but bulk of the good stuff is still in the original content, except for Texas and Oklahoma. There's a bunch of stuff in that area, but it's just a lot of open flat land with not a lot of scenery, and the aerial. I think when I was driving through Idaho the other day, there was a lot more of the atmosphere, the hot air balloons and the helicopters and the airplanes. No other of the add-on states in the coast to coast has that. So I'm thinking that might be the test bed for the next state to be DLC. That's my thought on the subject. It might not be right. It's probably 100% wrong. But that's the way I'm perceiving it, because there was actually that kind of ambiance in that state.
You have arrived.
It's neat having it, and I'll run some long runs every once in a while, but I'm going to basically stick to the base game. I'm just going to I ain't going to sit here and dick around parking.
Route.
You had no points for it, so
highlighted route.
If I want to sit one night and just sit and drive coast to coast, I may do that, but it's not something that I'll do a lot of.
200 yards. Turn left. Turn left.
If I could see the light, young lady, I would. There was a young man on here the other night when I did that 6-hour trip. He was telling me that I thought it said 55. I guess it said 35.
Yards.
Right. He drove from Seattle, Washington to Key West.
Turn right.
I saw these signs on the way in, and I gotta see if I can get a picture of them. That's funny. That is funny. And actually, we don't have mountains, but we have some pretty damn big hills. that was funny. They're not steep like that. They're long drawn out hills, but we have hills. Especially in eastern Iowa, especially up by the Wisconsin border. It's called place called Pikes Peak, and it's on the Mississippi River. And you stand on the overlook. I'm gonna go get gas first.
Left.
I'm gonna go to the
Turn
pilot though.
left.
I'm not gonna go to the quasi Iowa. Oh, there's the sign.
Recalculating route.
Of course I missed it.
Please make a U-turn where safe. Recalculating route.
Okay, how do you get in this gas station?
Recalculating route. Please make a U-turn
That
where
car
safe.
just disappeared.
Recalculating route. Please make a U-turn where safe.
So Pikes Peak, getting back to Pikes Peak. It's probably a quarter of a mile down to the river, but when you're standing looking over that overlook, it looks 10 miles down to the river. It's a long way down. And it's kind of cool. Alright. You can't go back that way. You can't go back that way. Oh, okay. There's the way out.
Recalculating route.
I knew I was going to do that. I do that every damn time. God damn you, truck. That was funny. That was funny.
In 200 yards, turn right.
I'm gonna see if I can't get this in a photo op real quick. Oh, I don't even have to try. It's right there. And it's exactly the sign I wanted. So now we're going on a nice leisurely coast-to-coast drive. The highways aren't this steep to get onto either, but they'll eventually fix that stuff. It's just nice to have it in the game. It'd be nice if SCS could get to releasing state DLCs every 3 months. That would be nice. But I highly doubt that's going to happen. They're getting smoke in here, black smoke, finally. So you don't have to use a mod. I didn't download that mod. I don't really care about actually having black smoke spewing from my truck. But when they do it as an update, that's fine and dandy. Well, I've already been here an hour tonight. Time flies when you're having fun. That's the other night when I was on for 6 hours. I was almost 7 hours. The only reason why I stopped is I was getting tired. My butt was getting hurting. But I probably could have gone a couple more hours. I took a nap tonight without trying to, so I might be on for quite a number of hours tonight. I don't know about 6, but probably 4. Oh, this drive here is going to take about an hour. And glad to see you back, buddy. Oh, look at this cop sitting on the side of the road. The Iowa State Police do not have black and whites. They have black or tans. I actually have a sprinkling of white ones and like 10 plain Jane Chargers, the RTs, the souped up ones. The only way you can tell they are cop cars is that they have a light bar in the rear window. There should be cornfields and soybean fields all through here. And I think the medium is just concrete with a K-rail in the middle of it. It's been forever since, like I said, it's been forever since I've been on I-80. I avoid it as much as possible. That and 35. I avoid both those highways. Excuse me. Ooh. Well, I got storms are coming back. So if my feed goes down, that's because the internet went out. I can't do anything about that. I have satellite, and I'm in the red right now, dropping frames like crazy. Oh, nope. I thought we were getting back. What the hell? This hill is pretty freaking steep. Nope, we're back to green. So if you didn't hear what I just said because of whatever was going on, I'm on satellite internet and we have weather in the area, and I'm back to red. So I don't know if you guys are actually hearing what I'm saying or not. I've only dropped 2.2% frames, so that's not too bad. So you should be able to see the Capitol building off to the left here. Big copper dome, big gold brass plated dome. Should be able to see the Des Moines Arboretum too, which is a big glass dome. Which you don't see either. It should be just right down here.